Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What's your birth year?
Birth year 2007.
And you said you're how old?
18.
Okay. So why do you support Donald Trump?
So I support Donald Trump for his foreign policy, his tariffs, especially specifically his use of tariffs to generate government revenue.
Why do you think tariffs are a good source of governmental revenue?
Because by using tariffs, he can reduce the tax burden that burdens so many of us in the U.S.
Tariffs are a
And
tax, so how is it reducing the tax burden to impose a tax?
well, tariffs will bring in revenue from other nations.
Nope. Tariffs
Why not?
produce revenue from American consumers and importers.
I disagree
Well, then you
because
disagree with how tariffs function. I'll explain to you. Um, do you think tariffs increase domestic production?
tariffs they are a protectionist policy, so in theory they would benefit domestic production.
How
Yeah.
so?
Um, well, in economic theory, it protects from global competition, right? So it gives a bigger share so it gives domestic producers a bigger share of the market, which in
How
turn
so?
supports
How?
them.
By doing what?
Because it reduces the incentive for other nations to export to the United States, and then in turn it gives domestic producers more
And how does it
opportunities to
how does it
produce.
disincentivize people to export to the United States?
Uh, well, obviously it's gonna be more expensive, right? The
Oh,
U.S. is collecting
oh, okay.
a
So, so,
duty
so to
on the
clarify,
imports, right?
tariffs make goods that come from other countries around the world more expensive to the American consumer. Okay, so that means if they do pay the tariff, that means that they paid that tariff to the United States government. The American company did. And where is that then passed down? It's passed down to the consumer because it's
No, the
an
American
aspect
company.
of the cost of production
No, what I'm
and
saying
distribution.
is no, that's not what I said. I didn't say that. Um, that's not necessarily true, right? Because if a tariff, right, is imposed, right, that does not necessarily increase the price of domestic production, right? It just gives a bigger share of
It,
domestic production to the domestic producers, right? Which in
I said
turn
it makes it more expensive for other goods coming from countries around the world to American consumers. So if they buy the other goods from other countries around the world and they pay the tariff for it to produce revenue in the first place, that would mean that they have to buy the good from a country around the world and pay the higher price for that good, and then pay part of that tariff to the American government. The American government is paid that tariff from the American importer, which is an American business that is importing the product, and then that is then passed down to the consumer, so it's inevitably paid by the American consumer, meaning that it's going to have a regressive negative impact.
well, you see, the other countries actually do pay the tariff because to enter the United States, right? They need to pay the duty to sell their goods in the United States, right? So isn't that generating government revenue for the U.S.?
No, it only generates governmental revenue if it is the case that you buy the product from a country around the world, right? And support the American
Wait,
importer
give
that
me an
was
example. Give
and
me an
support
example.
the and hold up, support the American importer that was buying the product from the country around the world. That's the only way that the tariff would get paid, is if the product from a country around the world is bought.
Okay. Maybe it's a bit unclear, but it is a double-edged sword because if tariffs reduce, foreign, the U.S. from importing foreign goods, right? Then that promotes domestic production, right? Isn't that good?
No, because it is the case that it makes goods more expensive for American consumers, and it also makes goods more expensive for domestic manufacturers in the production of their goods. Because many of the goods that they rely on and as a part of their production process come from countries around the world that you'd be imposing a tariff on.
Okay,
So
give me an example.
yeah, for example, like uh, domestic manufacturers for certain types of clothes, do they get the materials all from America? No. They oftentimes get the materials from countries around the world. So, in the part of the domestic manufacturing process for these particular types of clothes, they rely on materials that come from countries around the world that are then more expensive because of the imposition of the tariff on every good coming into the country.
Okay, but look, because okay, so if the price increases in the US, right, with the tariff, that would incentivize foreign countries to try and sell at a lower price. Because if the US consumes so much of a good, like say like clothes, right, like Nike, right, from Vietnam or something, right, you know, US is a really big market, for the production of clothes, right? Um, so in turn, this gives the US uh, more revenue, right?
By taxing American consumers. So if you want to fund it, you don't want to fund it through a regressive tax. You want to fund through a progressive tax, like income tax or capital gains, where you can put progressive tax structures in place so that it doesn't have a regressive negative impact on poor people.
Yeah, obviously, like regressive taxes are not good, right? That's why Trump took away taxes
Yeah,
on tips, right?
I just want to
The
let you know,
lowest income earner.
Donald Trump's big beautiful bill decreased after tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners. And he gave massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. So what he did is he took money from the poor and he gave to the rich, reverse Robin Hood. That's literally reverse Robin Hood. You support Robin Hood for the rich, taking money from the poor and giving that shit to the rich for their fourth yacht. And the no tax on tips is $25,000 deduction from your taxable income, and no tax on overtime is $12,500 deduction from your taxable income. So they're not no tax on tips, they're not no tax on overtime, and he keeps saying no tax on Social Security, which is not even in the fucking bill. It's not even in the bill, and he keeps saying it.
No tax on what?
He said no tax on Social Security, and it's not even in the bill. He keeps saying it, it's not even in the bill. Push that mustache.
Yeah, but you see what Trump is doing? He is reducing regressive taxes, for our, lowest income earners, right?
He's reducing
But
regressive taxes? No, he's imposing more regressive taxes.
like what?
Tariffs.
Okay, let's move on from tariffs. Like other than tariff, like okay, because I'm saying tariffs are gonna generate revenue
They're not
for
going to
the
generate.
U.S.
They're not a great way to generate revenue because they're a regressive tax structure.
Okay, we can agree to disagree.
Nope.
But okay,
Nope.
okay, I wanted to also talk about another thing that the tariffs do for the U.S., which is it gives the U.S. dominance in the world, which it
Nope.
was losing during the Biden administration.
How does it give dominance in the world for the U.S.?
Or it reestablishes the United States as the world superpower because
No, it doesn't. Well, one,
the
we
United
we
States,
under Biden. Wait,
the
you
United
think?
States is the
I
world
just want to clarify.
superpower.
Under
Yeah.
Biden, you think the United States wasn't the world superpower?
No. I'm saying it was, but it was
Okay, so then
definitely
what are you complaining about?
it was declining. It was declining.
Declining in
So
what way?
Donald declining. Well, you see, Biden was just being too the way he presented, worked with other countries. It was just too like uh
You don't know, do
okay,
you?
wait.
You're just yapping, bro. You just yapping.
Oh no, come on.
You're just yapping,
Okay.
bro. What? You don't know shit. What are you talking about? You have
Wait,
no clue
listen.
what you're talking about.
No, look. You see, Biden, he was a senile old man. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to put in a civil way, but He was a senile old man
Really?
who
Like,
was bringing
you want to hear
US,
this real quick?
US's,
Take a listen to this real quick. A senile old man.
yeah.
You want to hear a senile old man?
Asks Trump. Expected time frame that detainees to his answer.
Dana Marie McNichol, Fox News Channel. Mr. President, is there an expected time frame that detainees will spend here, days, weeks, months? And does that have anything to do with the immigration judges you just spoke about being trained and staffed here?
When you say, what was the first part of your question?
Is there a specific time frame you expect the detainees to spend here, days, weeks, months?
In Florida?
Yes, here in Alligator
I'm going to spend a lot. Look, this is my home state. I love it. I love your government. I love all the people around. These are all friends of mine. They know them very well. I mean, I'm not surprised that they do so well. They're great people. Ron has been a friend of mine for a long time. I feel very comfortable in the state. I'll spend a lot of time here. I want to, for 4 years, I've got to be in Washington, and I'm okay with it because I love the White House. I even fix up the little Oval Office. I make it, it's like a diamond. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It wasn't maintained properly, I will tell you that. But even when it wasn't, it was still the Oval Office, so it meant a lot. But I'll spend as much time as I can here. You know, my vacation is generally here because it's convenient. I live in Palm Beach. It's my home. And I have a very nice little place, nice little cottage to stay at, right? But we have a lot of fun, and I'm a big contributor to Florida. Pay a lot of tax, and a lot of people move from New York, and I don't know what New York is going to do. A lot of people moved to Florida from New York, and it was for a lot of reasons, but one of them was taxes. The taxes are so high in New York, they're leaving. I don't know what New York's going to do about that, because some of the biggest, wealthiest people and some of the people that pay the most taxes of any people anywhere.
Okay.
What the fuck was that? Did you hear the incoherent gibberish? What are you talking about? Hello? That's your president right now. That's your president. That's the guy who's currently the president of the United States.
See, Donald Trump is a sharp man. He's a businessman. He gets the job done. He's bringing the United.
You're trolling, dude.
Around the world. Okay, look at the United. Look at the world right now. Every single country is getting behind Donald Trump. Have you seen a single country go like, oh, I don't want to work with Donald Trump? Screw them. Are they running off to China or Russia?
Yeah, like Canada. Wait. Canada is pissed off at America right now because of how Donald Trump's responding. You understand that Donald Trump talked about annexing Canada, annexing Greenland, annexing Panama. You understand that that's what Donald Trump talked about, and that's literally our allies, right? Secondly, I just want to reference, you said he's a businessman. Can you name one good businessman that has 6 bankruptcies?
All right. I mean, I didn't say he's a successful businessman. I said he's a businessman who gets the job done.
Bro, you can't be like, yo, dude, I'm bringing up something good about him. He's a businessman, okay? But then like, oh, I never said that he was a good businessman, okay? He's not very
He's
good.
not a good businessman. He's a terrific businessman.
No, can you give me like what? Okay, then give me one terrific businessman that has 6 bankruptcies.
Okay, I'll tell you one. I mean, dude, people win and fail all the time. Why the hell is he worth billions and billions of dollars?
Name one. Can you name one? I tell you.
All right, how about this? I'll give you a story. People fail all the time, but they build it back up.
No, he doesn't have
Donald Trump is
he has
still worth
nothing. He's
billions
got
and
nothing,
billions of
Chad. He's
dollars.
got nothing. Look at this guy.
Built
He's scrabbling.
his net worth.
What is this guy saying,
Then
bro?
why the heck is he worth billions and billions of dollars?
Because he inherited $400 million from his dad, accounting for inflation, right? I'm sorry, if you inherited $400 million from your dad.
Okay, so then if he's a failed businessman,
hold up.
If
If you inherited $400 million from your dad, do you think that you would be like a billionaire? By the way, half of his net worth is Truth Social.
Okay, but you said he's a failed businessman. Then how is he not bankrupt? How is he not broke? How is he not?
Because he inherited $400 million from his dad. He's not such a business. Wait. By the way, who's a better businessman, Elon or Trump?
Obviously, Elon. That guy's a sharp guy, bro.
What did Elon say about Donald Trump?
Oh, let them have their kitty fights. They were glazing each other at one point, and they were fighting at one point. That doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. He's a better businessman, right?
Why does it matter?
He's a better businessman. He knows more of what to do with the federal government's expenditures, right? Because he's a better businessman.
He's a better businessman. Look at the number net worth.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
judge a
Elon's is
businessman
higher. Elon's is
how many
higher.
billions of dollars they have.
Yes, Elon has a higher net worth.
Yes, he has the highest net worth in the world. So I'm saying
Yes, so he's a better businessman than Trump, correct?
Doesn't make Trump not a bad businessman.
No, but
Trump
he's better.
is also worth billions.
Wait, Trump is a horrible businessman. He has 6 bankruptcies. Name one good businessman with 6 bankruptcies.
6 bankruptcies specifically. All right, let me get to that, Parker. Let me find
Look it
6
up. See if you
bankruptcies.
can find it. You won't see shit. I'll thank.
No,
I'll
but
thank
like-
some people while you do it. Go look. Take a look, buddy.
6. Okay, can you name the 6 bankruptcies?
Gritty, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it. Libby with the
Name the
$50.
six
Thank you so much, Libby. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Definitely not. No. Rambling and failed businessman means Trump is sharp, right? Thank you so much. I really appreciate the $2. Thank you so much for the $2. Kev, thank you so much again for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Michelle, again, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. And Naomi, thank you for the $5, of course. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, Parker, name his bankruptcies then.
Hold up. I'm still thinking. Luca, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And then Rebel, thank you so much. I appreciate the $1. Thank you so much. Abby, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You want me to name all 6 businesses that he failed?
Oh, I mean, okay, name one of them.
Trump
Give
Airlines.
me an example. Come on. Okay, no. Like his biggest one. Come on. His biggest failure.
Casino. Steaks.
Steaks.
Mhm.
Okay, but he has like 100 other successful
Trump University.
businesses.
Did you go to Trump University?
Do you ever think that a businessman is 100% successful?
Is that where you got your degree? Trump University?
Trump University, Florida? It's a spectacular institution.
Yeah, that completely failed.
Yes, that's what I'm. You don't have to win all the time to be a good businessman. You can't deny that. He's worth billions and billions of dollars. His net worth defines his success.
Half of his net
in
worth
this.
is literally True Social. I have a question. How do you feel about the Epstein files?
Okay, no. I don't want to change the stuff.
Oh, no. Answer the question.
Honestly, I haven't like kept up a lot about the Epstein files, and I don't want you to.
You haven't
I don't
kept up.
want you to spill the news to me.
Do you want me to
alright?
keep you up?
He's
You know what? I'll expose you to all the news. You want to hear it?
I'm good, bro. I'll go to my credible news source.
This guy said, "No, I'm good." No, I'll just tell you. This is credible information. This is literally what he said on his own True Social. Do you want to hear what he said on his own True Social?
All right, read it out. Come on.
Well, he said that the Epstein files were actually a Democratic hoax created by Obama and Hillary Clinton. Did you know
That's
that?
just funny.
And the Biden administration, don't forget that.
That's why we love Trump. That's why so many of these Republicans in the United States admire Trump. So many of these young guys that you talk to love Trump because he's a freaking hilarious guy who has, he's funny as shit. We love him.
You think supporting P3DOs is funny?
No, I hate P3DOs.
Okay, so then why is he not releasing the files?
Wait, how? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he's saying
Up to him.
after he said that he would release the files that now it's a Democratic hoax. It's a Democratic hoax created by Obama, the Clintons,
Yeah,
the Biden
it's fair.
administration.
I mean, okay.
Oh, it's a hoax,
Okay,
I tell you.
I'll come back
And
to
all my
Biden.
fake supporters that bought the information that it's fake. That it's a Democratic hoax.
Look.
That they're
Okay,
dumb.
I'll be
they're stupid. I tell you, they're liberals.
Hillary. All right, Parker. Okay, I'll be pragmatic here. Okay.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
from a political, whether you're Democratic or Republican, right? A politician, why would they, try to, do something that would make their political situation worse? It's like he doesn't want people to smear his, image, right?
No, then why did he say he's going to drop the files?
Is he?
Yeah, he said he was before he ran. He said he was going to drop the
Wow, you
files.
finally let me on here.
I have a question. How old are you?
20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
2004,
What month?
September. I'll be 21.
For sure. And you support Donald Trump too, right?
Yes, I do.
And why do you support Donald J. Trump, the worst fucking candidate in the modern era?
Because gas prices are going down where I live, so.
Well, gas prices have gone up, actually. since Trump's gotten office. Did you know that on average in the
No,
country?
not where I live.
Well,
Not where I
the
live.
Energy Information Administration indicates.
What, do you live in a blue state?
No,
Do you
I'm
live in a blue state?
no, I'm talking the average for the nation, buddy. If you look at the average for the nation, the Energy Information Administration actually indicates that gas prices are higher now than what they were than when Trump got in office. So explain to me that, buddy.
No, that's not believable.
Drill, baby,
Where are you
drill,
getting this- where are you
drill.
getting the
I'm gonna tell
information?
you, we're gonna drill like you've never seen before. I
Where
tell
are you
you,
getting the information?
the Energy Information
Drill, baby,
Administration, the Energy Information Administration. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna
Well,
drill
he's
like
your
you've never
president,
seen
though.
before.
So, I mean, you're mad because he's your president.
Yeah, no,
Just get over it.
Wait. Do you want to actually respond intellectually to what I said, or are you just gonna say I'm mad because he's the president? Because you clearly seem mad that I just dunked on you in an argument. First,
Wait, Parker, I have a serious question for you.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you for the balloons. Okay, I have a serious question. Like, why do you want to like? Okay, you're not as like dividing as Dean, which I really respect because like you're actually trying to like foster some conversation. But like why do you want to like go against our president so much? Like after all, he is our president right now, right? Like what are you trying to get him impeached or something? Like what?
It says,
what's
it
the
says,
point
wait,
now? Like,
hold on. I didn't hear your question. Hold up. I didn't hear your question. It says, warning. This behavior is not in line with our policies and may result in gifting suspension. Reason, reproduced content. What?
Yo, I think
What?
the impressions
It's
of
me.
Parker.
TikTok, it's literally me. What are you talking about? Am I not myself? Am I not
because you
Parker,
played
dude?
Parker, because you played that video of Trump speaking, so probably
No,
like
it's
it picked
not.
up on the
It's
copyright.
not that. It's not that. It's picking up on myself. It's
Oh.
not because I played Trump speaking. I do that all the time.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was your Trump impression.
Oh man, yeah, dude. Jeez. Now,
So what do you not like
what was
about
the, what was
Wait,
the
wait,
question you're
wait,
saying?
Okay,
Yeah, Milo, what you're
my
saying?
question. Yeah, I was saying, okay, like, what's like, why do you want to like go against Trump so much? Like, why can't we have like other, more constructive political debates? Because after all, right, he is our president, right? We want the
I
best
just
for him
wanna
right
let
now.
you- I just want to let you know
What,
it's
like-
because of the type of people that are coming up. I just want to let you know when we look at like the things, the conversations that Dean has. Dean tries to engage in constructive dialogue. I really think that he does. Now, can you think that Dean goes over the board on some things? Of course, right? That's just how
Yeah,
he
I
how he
mean,
portrays an
I've been in
argument
his
different
life.
than I do. We have our different styles, and different styles have different effectiveness. You know, like there's a role for Dean's style, and there's a role for my style, and I don't think that I could say that like. Oh,
No, I
just
mean,
because it
the
is the
thing I
case
was
that
kind
like,
of, like-
maybe you would prefer this style, that would mean that like everyone prefers this style because people can learn from different styles. And that's the unique thing about, not being the only person who does this, right? Is that so many other people have so many different styles and can actually like reach people that I don't reach. And that's totally fine and that's totally legitimate. And they're also adding things.
Well,
Yeah, but like the thing I was kind of like asking you, like, what's the point of creating this division? Like, why don't you talk about something other than, just shutting down Trump supporters? And you said like, the types of people who like, yeah, another thing I wanted to mention,
Wait,
like,
why do you associate debating people to be just division? Because maybe I'm trying to
I mean,
unite people
that's what I
behind.
was saying with more
Wait, hold on.
because
Maybe
he really
I'm just
catches
trying to
on.
unite America behind being against people like Donald Trump. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to divide. I'm trying to unite America against authoritarian wannabe dictators that literally want to terminate the Constitution and want to go against every foundational element of this country, what we base it upon, the rule of law, our democratic values, our court system, mass immigration, right? These are fundamental values of what America, right, should be based upon. The American dream becoming better for our children than what it's been for us. And Donald Trump actively goes against every single one of those things.
how?
Oh, how? The rule
Okay.
of law, the rule of law,
I
because he
respect it.
literally has gone against the court system in terms of not accepting his convictions of 34 felonies, being held civilly liable of sexually abusing women. He pardoned people who were violent rioters on January 6th who beat police officers. He denied Supreme Court determinations, right? 9-0 for him not to deport Abrego Garcia specifically to an El Salvadorian prison, yet he still did so. And they didn't get him back in time, in the specific designated time that they wanted. Secondly, right, we can reference plenty of other times where that's happened. In terms of our court system, he's undermined the 60-plus courts that indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. right? Our democratic values, specifically by undermining the results of the 2020 election, still to this day saying that the election was rigged in 2020 with no evidence at all. Mass immigration because he wants to undermine immigration coming to this country, because immigration is an important aspect of the diversity of this country and what makes this country such a great place.
Well, we can touch on the immigration. I mean, he just wants people to come over here legally, which is what most Republicans want. Because you can come over here, I don't have a problem with it. But coming over here legally,
then why are Republicans constantly?
Illegally,
Sorry, I don't.
You're skipping the line. No, you're fine. If you come over here illegally, you're skipping the line, and you're ruining other people who've been waiting 10 plus years.
No, it's because Republicans are artificially putting barriers in place to make it harder for people to go through the legal immigration process. So it takes 5 to 7 years on average for people to get into the legal immigration process, like through it on average, right? Along with oftentimes $10,000+ for people to get into the country. So seriously, if that is the standard for people to have to get into the country, of course people are going to fucking go through the process undocumented, because the process makes no sense and it's artificially too long because it's being set up that way by Republicans for no reason. So
but every other country has a process very similar.
So again,
you can't go to another country without the correct documents, and you have to do it the legal way. Every other country.
Just because other countries are a certain way doesn't mean we should be that way, and we should understand that a foundational element of what it means to be an American is immigration is a huge part of that, right? We are made better by immigration in terms of our economy, in terms of our culture, in terms of diversity, in terms of innovation. Everything about our lives becomes better because we allow for more immigration. Everything.
No, and I do agree with you. But there's just a sense of coming over here legally. I mean, it's not that hard. I don't see why it's that hard to comprehend.
Yeah, like, come on. Okay, if a homeless man came into your house uninvited,
there's many distinctions here. So again, you said you think it's hard for us to have a process. It's not harming us in any way for us to allow more people to enter the country, and we could grant every single person who's in the country who's undocumented a pathway to citizenship, right? If they've not committed a violent crime or bad crime, and that would actively make the process significantly better for not only people who are coming through the process legally, but also for law enforcement officers and identifying anyone who's coming to the country undocumented who's actually doing something that's like bad or harmful, or who has committed a violent crime or bad crime. Because everyone in the country who is undocumented, who hasn't committed a violent crime or bad crime, would have such an incentive to tell authorities, right, that they are in the country and that they want to go through the legal process because they don't have to leave in order to be able to get a pathway to citizenship, right? That actually incentivizes people in the country, right, who meet that set of criteria to go through the system, right? And then you know who they are, and then they are able to be treated better. They're not able to be exploited anymore, according to our laws. Do you understand? Hello?
I thought Milo was gonna say something, or whatever his name.
No, you go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
I kind of wasn't paying attention. I'm not gonna lie.
Were any of you paying attention?
Wait, Parker. I was kind of paying attention, but like you kind of spoke a little bit fast at the end, so maybe I didn't pick up everything you said. But okay, look, I was saying something. Yeah. What if a homeless person, like just an uninvited, barged into your house, okay? They stayed there. They didn't do anything wrong. You know, they ate some of your snacks, right? Maybe they cleaned your house, right? Would you let them stay in your house? Just answer that.
So
Stranger,
again, I think that we treat personal property differently than we treat a country, because the country doesn't have a specific person themselves who owns it. Right, whereas like a personal house, personal property, it does specifically have a person who owns it. For example, there'd be a victim. For example, if someone breaks into my house, dude, listen. So if someone breaks into my house, right? There's a victim in that scenario. I'm the victim of someone breaking into my house. If someone comes into our country undocumented, who's the victim?
Well, you see, like the person coming in undocumented is taking away resources, common pool resources from other people who are rightfully in the United States, right?
Undocumented immigrants don't get any federal services. Secondly, if you want to look at undocumented immigrants, they have a higher labor force participation rate than natural-born U.S. citizens, and they're often exploited in terms of their wages. So if anything, they're providing more, right, to the economy than they're taking from it.
Well, there's a distinct, that's where I'm not fully in agreement with Trump's policy of like completely deporting everyone, right? That's the reason why he let, essential workers say that, people like working in hotels and all that stay and be exempt from deportations right away, right? certain people are, they contribute to at a necessary amount.
I don't know what you mean.
But look at the other, like I would say hundreds of thousands of people waiting in line for a green card, right? Like you said, immigration is important, right? We want talent from other countries, right? High level talent, all levels of talent, right? Come here legally, right? They're waiting in line and they're fairly, right? While other undocumented people are coming in and they're in the United States illegally, right? So why not kick them out, right? It's illegal. It's literally illegal. You can't deny, like, coming into the United States, undocumented.
So you're really against breaking the law?
I mean, at that extent, yeah. If you're coming in illegal, you might be a criminal.
Here's my question. Okay, if you're really against breaking the law, why'd you vote for a convicted criminal?
I didn't vote.
Convicted, though.
He was convicted and sentenced.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He never passed.
You want to bet?
That's why he was able to be president.
You want to bet? You want to bet? He was convicted and sentenced of 34 felonies. Do you want to bet?
Well, the judge was corrupt anyway. So
okay. So now he's moving.
It's actually coming out. There's
and now the judge is corrupt. What was the?
There is evidence.
What was the judge's name?
I don't even know.
The judge is corrupt, yet he doesn't even know who the fuck he is. He's so fucking smart. This guy votes.
Okay, wait.
And his vote is equivalent to yours.
Parker, okay, if somebody came into the United States illegally, are they there illegally? Yes or no?
If you come into the country undocumented, yes, you are
Without
undocumented.
documents.
Yes.
No. Are they illegal? Are they illegally present in the United States? Yes or no?
Under the current laws, yes.
Okay, yeah. So they're illegally, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you on an app that is currently? Are you on an app that is currently banned?
No, because I'm on the app.
It's just Trump is not enforcing the law, genius.
Okay, wait. You're going to argument. I'm talking about something, okay?
He's currently on an app that is literally illegal under federal law, and yet he's saying it's totally okay because Trump's just not enforcing the law, dude. Okay, it's not very bad. It's okay. It's okay when Trump does it. Every single time Trump breaks the law, he's okay with doing it. But if you come into the country undocumented, how dare you break our laws? How dare you disrespect our country? Trump, you're okay. How dare you disrespect our country?
So you could say you're illegally making money on an illegal app. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I have no issue with that. I appreciate the galaxy. Trump's not enforcing shit. Fuck it.
Okay, but look, okay, you're like taking you're talking about, okay, look, Singapore, I chew gum. Is that illegal?
What? Say it again.
If I chew gum in Singapore, gum is banned in Singapore, right?
Okay, so just because something's the law doesn't mean it's immoral? You're making my point, bro. Just because something is illegal doesn't mean we should enforce the law.
I'm saying
just because something is illegal. Wait, hold up. Stop. Just because a law, right, is the case does not mean we should be enforcing that law. You ran right into the point.
I mean,
but why would you say that it's immoral to have an immigration policy?
Well, when the immigration policy is set up where it takes 5 to 7 years to get in the country on average, and you're deporting people who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes, I think it's immoral to do that because you're ripping them out of their communities without fucking any good reason.
But they have committed a crime by coming here illegally. You can't go to any other country.
I don't care about that.
Undocumented. If you try to live there, you have to have a visa.
Wait, but to clarify though, like if they have not committed a violent crime or a bad crime, to be honest, I don't give a flying fuck. Like they came into the country undocumented, sure, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but it's really just to help for the safety of U.S. citizens and get these criminals.
Safety. So like, how is deporting people from the country who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes increasing the level of safety for American citizens? Because what you're doing is you're putting law enforcement in a situation
Yeah,
where
okay.
they're focused, they're prioritizing deporting people who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes. So it's actually making the country less safe because they're less focused on people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes. Does that make sense?
Look, Parker, these are aliens coming. They haven't gone through the
Undocumented
vetting
immigrants, don't call
process.
people aliens. Don't call people aliens. That's crazy.
Okay, sorry. Undocumented immigrants, all right? They're coming into the United States unvetted by the strict processes that the United States has set up in their immigration, right? Since 9/11, TSA, everything has become way more strict. And then suddenly we can let these people in. Oh, just because they didn't do anything wrong? Oh, you're welcome to stay, right? But what if the next day they go and decide to commit heinous crimes like murder, you know? There are lots of ignore the other people who are actually criminals and are undocumented, right? The people who have come in undocumented are unvetted by US immigration. And
So think about it this way. If someone's in the country undocumented and they see your legislation, right, mass deportation, what are they going to do? They're going to stay undocumented. They're going to try and not get caught. Under my legislation, what are they going to do? If they have not committed a violent crime or a bad crime, they're going to identify themselves to authorities so that they can get a pathway to citizenship without leaving the country. So what your process does is it actually incentivizes people to stay in the country undocumented, right? And my process actually incentivizes people to identify themselves to authorities if they have not committed a violent crime or bad crime. And for anyone who's not identifying themselves to authorities, it's easier for law enforcement to specifically identify them because it is the case that they're more focused and prioritized on people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes rather than being prioritized on fucking deporting people who are just working jobs and have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes or done anything to get fucking deported. Seriously.
Well,
Seriously, there are enough things that law enforcement needs to deal with in terms of violent crimes and bad crimes in this fucking country that they're not dealing with right now that they should be focused on rather than being focused on deporting people who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes, who are not a threat to our society. It's not making us safer. It's not making us more secure to deport people who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes. You seriously cannot convince me otherwise. Give me an argument.
Well, the people who came over here and committed 9/11, they were on visas, on tourist visas.
So legally in the country?
Yes, they were legally in the country.
Okay,
but that's the thing. But
wait,
though.
So by the way, I'm sorry. What do we do to respond to that? We do TSA, and we have that.
okay, wait. So should people just not do TSA?
No, we should have TSA. I don't dispute TSA.
Okay, so then
process.
we need stricter borders, right? That's why Trump wanted stricter borders, right?
No. We need to incentivize people to go through the legal process where there still is going to be a process where we vet people. I'm not disputing vetting people. It's just going to be the case that the current process doesn't incentivize people to go through the vetting process because it takes so damn long. Dude,
Okay, what do you think
about it
about
this way? Think about it this way. If TSA took 20 hours to go through, would you be happy about TSA? Hell no. And that's
What
just
are you
fucking
trying to get
20
at, dude?
hours. Okay?
I don't know what you're getting at.
The point that I'm making is that if the process takes so fucking long, it for a lot of people it doesn't make sense to go through the process, which makes sense to me, right? And if they haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime, I don't see a reason to deport them. We just want to give them a pathway through the process so that they can go through the process and get vetted like in a meaningful time that doesn't take so fucking long. It's ridiculous. How about instead of investing money into ICE, like $130 billion, how about we invest that money into our immigration process to make it go significantly faster in terms of the vetting process to incentivize people to go through the vetting process?
I do agree with you on that. Like the process takes too long, and that's why people come over here illegally. But still, it doesn't dispute the fact that they came over here illegally. Like,
Yeah, they literally broke a law, right? By coming in, right?
Yeah, and why is that an
look,
unforgivable?
the only reason
I'm sorry. Why is that an unforgivable sin to you when you voted for a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman who pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers on January 6th, who were
just
convicted
go
of it
anywhere you
and
want.
admitted to it themselves?
Look, if I wanted to travel to any country, say like Singapore, right? I'd need a visa, right? I can't just go in there by boat because my visa is taking too long, right?
Dude, again,
appreciate
just
it.
because another
Yeah.
country has a certain law doesn't mean I want that law.
Okay, but the law is the law, right? You don't want it. This is the law right
How about
now.
this? How about this? Practically every country in Europe, right, has a universal healthcare system. Why don't we have one here?
Well, that's.
If you want to
that's
talk about other
legislation that
systems
we-
around the world, how about we do that for one
That's
fucking second?
bipartisan legislation. Yeah, we should take inspiration from other countries, right? history and
Oh,
stuff,
look
right?
at
So
that!
that's definitely,
Universal healthcare. Let's go. Other countries around the world are doing it, so we got to do it, I guess.
yes, I agree. It's bipartisan. We want universal health care, but right now
What?
it's a
You
hard
voted
thing
for
to
Donald
do with
Trump.
our
You voted for
political
Donald Trump, the guy.
situation.
You voted for the
I
Donald
didn't
Trump,
vote
the
for
guy
Donald
who,
Trump.
in his recent policy, cut people off of Medicaid and Medicare and the Affordable Care Act. I'm sorry. Hello? Hello? Dude, you want universal health care while stripping millions off their health care?
Well, as soon as he did that, actually, my dad sold insurance for this company named Aetna, and they own CVS. Well, they just started laying off a bunch of people because CVS almost $9 billion or something in Medicaid fraud. So where's that money going? It's coming from our tax money. What were they doing with it? That's what the bill is for.
No, nowhere in the bill does it mention
For
fraud. Tell me where in the bill where it mentions fraud.
I didn't read the bill. Did you?
Nowhere in the bill does it say that. I've looked at what the PBS has said about AP News, right? And nothing. And you know what Trump just recently did? He fucking defunded PBS. He's trying to defund PBS. He's trying to defund NPR because he doesn't like nonpartisan information that proves him fucking wrong. He only likes biased information, it being left up to the fucking sphere of media influence because it allows for him to have more of an influence over what people think in terms of conspiracy theories and random bullshit. Defunding fucking PBS and NPR is absolutely fucking disgusting because that's nonpartisan media that a lot of Americans rely on in order to not have misinformation. Those are two sources I told people to go through all the time. I say AP News, NPR, PBS, and Reuters. And now all I can say is AP News and fucking Reuters. That's it? That's all I can say for independent media? Are you kidding? Like, that's horrible.
My bad. It wasn't 9 billion. It was almost a billion. It was like 900 something thousand or whatever.
Nothing. So again, where is this waste, fraud, and abuse specifically when we're talking about the big beautiful bill in terms of Medicaid, right? Because I didn't see any of that in the bill. They changed the work requirements to make it even harder for people to get access to Medicaid because no other point in history did we have any type of work requirements on Medicaid because no one should fucking lose access to health insurance and health care if it is the case that they can't get access to a job at a particular time. Like seriously, if there's a recessionary period, say we're talking 2007 to 2009, people can't get a job. You're telling me that they should just lose their Medicaid? You're telling me during COVID, when people were in those certain circumstances, they should have lost their COVID if it wasn't the case that we passed a policy to overturn that? Like, that's crazy. We should have things in place so that we don't have to be able to fucking pass emergency legislation like that because people already have that legislation. People already have that care.
Well, I have a question. Did you have COVID?
Yes, I've had COVID before. And it was years after.
Really?
Yeah.
It never touched me.
Okay.
Okay, wait, Parker.
Do you think COVID exists or something? Like my grandma died of with COVID in her system. She had dementia and COVID put her over the edge, and that's the reason why she died.
No, I was just saying, like, it had no effect on me. I'm sorry that happened to you. It was just a talking point.
Okay. You
Okay, Parker.
You were saying?
What are your thoughts on Doge? Department
Doge.
of
I don't think that Trump actually upheld his message specifically with Doge. I think the big beautiful bill is adding $2 to $4 trillion of debt, right? Which is going antithetical to everything that they got at Doge.
I'm asking about Doge.
The max they got at Doge is 60 billion itemized, which they didn't even cut.
What do you mean? There's literally public records that they cut billions of dollars
Oh, and
from the bureaucratic. There's just some of the bureaucratic systems that have been eating away
which
our
ones?
tax dollars. Let me think off the top of my head. This was like a Elon thing, right? When Elon was back in office. Okay, I saw. Okay, yeah, the most obvious one that comes to mind, right? Social Security going to people who are hundreds of years old, 150 years old.
Can you give me a
Tell me
source?
that's not a source. I don't have a source. I don't carry sources in the top of my head. But you heard that in the news, and you can't deny that.
Yeah, but it was not proven to be true.
And what's your source, huh?
It wasn't proven to be true is literally saying that they never provided a source or a justification for it. What are you talking about? And you want me to send you like a media article that debunks it? Would you like me to?
Okay, but okay, fine. We can move on from that example if it's true or not. But there's so many other frauds that happen with Social Security that Doge
Yeah, could
helped.
you provide me a source?
No, because I'm on my phone right now.
You can go
And I'm
swipe
talking
out
to
and go find it while I talk to the other guy.
Let me
Okay.
get my
No, but
laptop.
I did want to touch up on. I voted for Trump because said he was going to give more power back to the states. You know, with the education, the abortion. You know, but everyone's saying, oh, you know, women's rights and all this, but literally he gave the power back to the states, so you can just go to your local government and vote for it.
Okay. So I have a question. Would you be okay, or would you still vote for Donald Trump if he wanted to leave women's right to vote up to the states?
Leave women's rights to vote up to the states.
Yeah, because you could just vote for it within your state, right?
I mean, yeah, you could, but
You'd be okay with that? You'd still vote for him?
That can't be touched though.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't do that. That's
Are
all-
you saying because of
obviously-
are you saying because of the Constitution? Because Donald Trump has violated the Constitution on many aspects. He's called
No,
for the
no, I'm just
termination
saying, like-
of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution.
Wait, say it again.
Say what again? Would you still vote for Donald Trump if you wanted to leave women's right to vote up to the states?
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, because every state.
That's like
every state
asking.
would
That's like
obviously-
asking, would you still vote for Biden if he did that?
No.
Okay, wait, Parker. Listen, like even if he did that, right? Every state would obviously still give the right, give the right to women to vote. Obviously. Like there's not. That's not
So
even. A difference.
there are rights you think should be federally protected, right?
but then the women would just go
That's why we
vote
have
in
a
your local
constitution.
government.
Okay. So there are rights that should be federally protected. Oh, it's almost like we should say the same thing as it relates to the context of abortion, or like the same thing as it relates to the context of
This
education.
contesting-
Because
okay, look,
I like
look,
how you
I'll
guys
get
can't
on
let
the
me
same-
speak
I'll
at
get on
all.
the
I'm
same
sure. I'm
page.
trying to finish my statement. I will finish my statement, and I will
Go ahead.
mute you if you don't let me finish my statement. Thank you.
Okay.
So education, right, and bodily autonomy rights protected on a federal basis, right? Because we're referencing human rights. And when we reference human rights, they should be federally protected and not left up to the states.
What was your question?
Did you just
Or was that a
listen,
statement?
did you listen to anything I just said?
It was incoherent.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, so maybe sorry. Then maybe I didn't hear it. Can you say that again?
Do you want me to repeat? No, actually, I'm not going to repeat. I'll replay it back, and I want you to tell me that it was incoherent.
Good, but
You'd be okay with that? You'd still vote for him? Finish my statement, and I will
Go
mute
ahead.
you if you don't let me finish my statement. Thank you.
Okay.
So education, right, and bodily autonomy rights protected on a federal basis, right? Because we're referencing human rights. And when we reference human rights, they should be federally protected and not left up to the states. What about that was incoherent, you fucking idiot? What about
my
that was
bad, wrong.
incoherent?
No, not incoherent. Like I just didn't like pick up what you like register what you said. That's the word I meant.
but whenever you give
My bad.
power back to the states, you give more power to the people.
Okay. So whenever you give power back to the states, you give more power to the people. Can you explain to me how you're giving more power to the people by specifically not protecting abortion rights prior to 24 weeks, right? In all states, comparative to leaving it up to the states to restrict that access? Because think about it this way. You're allowing for the government to restrict it rather than just protecting it federally. You leave it up to the person rather than leaving it up to their state. Does that make sense? If you
Yeah, like,
protect
if
it
you wanna live in
federally,
a-
you're leaving it up to the person. The idea that it's leaving it up to the person by leaving it to the state is ridiculous.
You can just go vote for it in your local governments. It's not that hard of a concept.
Wait, say that again?
You can go vote for it in your local governments.
Okay. So again, right, if you want to leave it up to the people, then why don't you specifically say we should protect it federally, because that inevitably leaves it up to the people?
But that's a question of state versus federal power, right? It's
And that's what I was asking you about
states,
earlier,
you know,
and
they
demonstrating
want, right?
how with human rights, you protect
California will
human rights on
allow
a federal
abortion,
basis.
maybe another state won't.
What's up?
Well, this I was just saying it boils down to a state versus federal issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And abortion is a thing that obviously SCOTUS ruled that states should decide themselves. So yeah, SCOTUS ruled it. So that's the law.
Because Donald Trump put people in the Supreme Court to overturn Roe versus Wade, where Roe versus Wade was law of the land from from the 1970s all the way up until 2022.
Yeah, and as soon as SCOTUS voted to overturn it, it was not the law of the land anymore. It was law of the states to decide what
And
they
again,
think about abortion.
and again, we don't want it to be up to the states because we want to federally protect access to abortion prior to viability. Why are you against access to abortion prior to viability?
Prior to viability, what does that mean?
Medical viability. That's what it's currently ingrained in terms of the law. It says after viability, which is essentially the fetus being able to live outside the womb by itself, without help of the mother or the pregnant individual. Um, After that, it would be left up to the states. That's what it was under the law prior. Now, the only difference between, so actually, I'll explain it this way. Roe versus Wade being in place is federally protected access to abortion prior to viability, and then leaving it up to the states after. What we have now is just leaving it up to the states. So it's leaving it up to the states throughout the entirety of the administration, or not administration, throughout the entirety of the pregnancy, right? Or it's leaving it up to the states specifically after viability, right? And federally protecting prior to viability. Which one do you think is preferable?
I'd say let the states decide themselves. That's what SCOTUS ruled. I think I'm
Again,
more in
both of
agreement
them
with
to
SCOTUS.
some degree allow for the states to decide themselves, but one of them federally protects prior to viability. Which is preferable?
I mean, yeah, that was the thing in debate, right? What is preferable or not, right? So SCOTUS ruled that the states should define themselves
I'm not asking you about
when,
what SCOTUS said. I'm
in
asking you about
period
what
of
you
time.
think.
What I think about abortion?
Yeah, I'm asking you about the question I asked.
Personally, I'm actually pro-choice.
Then why are you supporting Donald Trump?
Well, there's certain disagreements I have with Donald Trump, but I think overall he's a much better candidate in the previous election.
Listen, I think that you should be able
If
to
you're
get an
pro-choice,
abortion.
if you're
okay, I'm
pro-choice,
pro-choice.
then why
If I'm
do you want to
pro-choice,
leave
I'd move to
women's rights?
California.
So then you agree human rights should be federally protected, right?
Human rights to be federal. I mean, I can't do anything, right? SCOTUS ruled that the states should decide themselves. So let that.
This guy can't answer the question. Should human rights be federally protected?
Obviously.
Okay. Then you disagree with Roe versus Wade being overturned, correct?
Listen, here's what I think though. I think you should be able to get an abortion if it's medically like necessary. Like if you're like on the brink of death. Yes, get an abortion, whatever. But you can't just go around sleeping, getting pregnant, and just having an abortion because you don't want to take care of the baby.
Why not?
And that's what a lot of people do.
Why not?
Dude, what do you mean? What if your mom aborted you because she didn't want you? Because she didn't want to keep
That's like saying, what if your dad pulled out?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Because the baby was already there. It was there. It's in her.
Wait,
So she got rid of it.
What, dude? You wouldn't be. No, it's just saying you wouldn't be here right now. That's all you're saying. So if you're just saying you wouldn't be here right now, well, you wouldn't be here right now if your fucking dad pulled out.
Okay, dude.
Seriously. No, nothing. No response. Dude, do you think it's wrong to pull out? Obviously not. Okay, so like just because an action would lead to you not being here today doesn't mean that action is wrong. Clearly.
Sorry, dude. Someone keeps calling me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's exactly why you didn't go to pause.
But it is wrong, though. But it is wrong.
I just want to know if you did get a call, you would go paused on the app. You know that, right?
Yes, it would mute me every time I get a call.
No, it would.
I've gotten about 3 of them.
Yeah,
It
would.
mutes me every time I get a
It would
call.
say paused for me, but it's okay.
It was a call, but okay, buddy. You just know everything, don't you?
I do.
Okay, Parker, I
I
have a
know
question
every
for you.
fact of reality.
Can you name one good thing that Trump has led in the U.S.?
Operation Warp Speed.
Can you describe? Explain.
What? Yeah, it's a investment in the production of vaccines for COVID.
This administration?
Oh,
Or
you
the
want to know this
previous-
administration? It's
Yeah.
actually something that Melania tried to get passed, which was the AI deepfake thing. Did you?
No, I mean
hear about
something that Trump had a clear, support for, like himself. That's something he, said himself, not Melania. Just one thing.
I give credit to Melania for that.
Okay, yeah, but other than that, because of course that came from Melania, right? Who led that? But just one good thing that Trump led this term or proposed. Anything.
Did I not address it? Do you want me to say things within the big beautiful bill, or what kind of compliment are you looking for? The non-enforcement of the
Not a
TikTok
compliment, I
ban?
mean, just like in the spirit of debate, right? You need to acknowledge the other side that you've been debating every single day, right? Just like
Did
one
you
thing.
hear
right?
anything I just said?
Okay, that you just said
Dude,
it
I
was
swear
Melania,
this
right?
guy doesn't listen to
I
me,
know.
dude. The non-enforcement of the TikTok ban? Hello?
Okay, that's one thing. Yeah.
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 Is that it? Is that all you have for a question? Is that seriously? Is that it?
What are your thoughts on the TikTok ban?
I'm against it.
Why do you think so many politicians in DC are for the ban?
I don't know. I think they're fucking weird. They probably don't understand social media.
But the reason they want to ban it is like the security concerns, right? I'm
Push the hot
against
air
the
balloon.
ban, of course. I'm on the app.
I don't think the
But,
security concerns are valid.
I guess the security concern was like China having control over like influence, right? I don't know this exact situation right now, right? Like data over so many US citizens. But
If it was just
Like,
data, then why did they continue it later on? Because weren't those concerns satisfied with Oracle controlling the data? And if it wasn't just data, then why did we start with data? Why was data the first concern, and then we just randomly created a second one with influence? What? Wouldn't we,
No, I mean,
if we
data
have
is, like,
control of the data, be
part
able
of
to
influence,
identify
right?
how they would be?
data is so powerful.
So you don't want there to be influence, but you have no issue with Russia influencing our elections? You acted like that's a scam. Donald Trump said Russia is a scam, yet they literally influence the results of our elections by trying to spread misinformation on our social media platforms. But then we're going to make up some fucking random
Facebook
scheme that it's TikTok. What?
But it's okay for the Democrats to spread misinformation.
What misinformation?
Dude, just look at CNN. I mean, that's a whole
Name one thing on
misinformation
CNN.
network.
Name one thing on CNN that you've seen that's misinformation. I doubt you could.
No, I probably couldn't off the top of my head. Because I don't watch CNN. You probably do.
I don't, but you don't know shit. Aaron, thank you for the £5.
one
Thank you so
reason-
much.
this is
Dank,
one
I really
reason why
appreciate
I
the $2.
voted for
Tate,
Trump.
thank you so much for the $10. Naomi with the $10. Thank you. Chan,
'Cause
thank you so much for the
Democrats are
100
so
SEK.
hateful.
Thank you so much.
So
Nathan with the
hateful.
$5. Thank you. Naomi, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Libby with the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Libby. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. David, thank you for the $3. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really, really, really appreciate it, I tell you. As well as Glory, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Taylor with the $15. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Karen with the $10. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And Luca, thank you so much for the $10. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, everybody. Continue with what you're saying. What you're saying?
I said that's one reason why I voted for Trump. Dems are hateful. Y'all are hateful.
You think we're the hateful ones? Really? How are we hateful?
You're hateful.
How?
You're sitting there screaming and fucking F you, F this, F that. I mean, do you not hear yourself?
Okay. How F this? I said the fuck. I said fuck. So are you really serious? Like, the reason why you don't like Democrats is because they say the word fuck?
No, it's because you're hateful. I mean, just look at how y'all
How is
act.
that hateful for me to say the word fuck?
No, Parker's not.
Dude,
hateful.
it's about how you say it. It's about how you say it.
Look at
You
look
say
at
you're
this
hateful.
snowflake. Look at this little MAGA snowflake.
I'm
You know
the
what, MAGA snowflake?
Okay.
Look at this. The tears go right in here, buddy. Look at it. Look at it.
Fucking
Tears right here. Oh, you're gonna use a. And then he literally uses a slur. You fucking weirdo, bro. He's like, oh my god, you can't say the word fuck. And then he says it's a slur. Like, bro, what?
What did he say? Wait.
Said the R slur. Said the R slur. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So you were saying? Well, we're hateful, by the way. He used the R slur, but we're the hateful ones.
No, you're not hateful, man. You're
Diabolical.
chill.
Diabolical. I don't know if I'm the
You're
most.
chill.
I don't know if I'm chill, but like I'm
I
not
mean-
hateful, but
You're like, you have your. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
So is there anything
But,
else you
like,
want to talk about or add before I go into the next person here?
Like, low-key, you debate a lot of people who are like, maybe that's your strategy, but like, just like most people you debate, they're just like, I don't know anything about this. I'm not like informed on this, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't informed on it, and that's good that I have those conversations, because it is the case that people can learn things from those types of conversations. It doesn't make, like, one thing I actually think is disconnects, a lot of media from general people, is that we don't have conversations with regular people that hold those views, and we only have conversations with, like, say, the influencer type people, or like we only have conversations with like the people that know more on the topic. We got to have the conversations with everyone, because it is the case that then we can actively educate more people with where they're going to be at. Because think about it this way. If I'm trying to influence liberals to be able to have, say, positions, to be able to argue against people in their lives, they're not going to just be arguing against MAGA influencers. They're going to be arguing against typical MAGA people, their parents, their siblings, people that come up on my live stream. So it's like, that's why this type of conversation is so important for people to see, because that they can use it and it's applicable to their own household and like the same types of dialogues they have.
Okay, it's a valid reason. Yeah, I mean, like, have you ever thought about like debating, somebody, like, I don't know what you'd call yourself, but like a TikTok political debater or something, maybe from the other side, like a Republican, Trump supporter? That'd be interesting. That'd keep the debate a little bit more balanced, because obviously, like, lots of people in your chat are like, obviously most of them are like against Trump,
You meant
right?
like if I debate more known people?
I mean, yeah, maybe like you're somebody of your counterpart on TikTok.
I've debated
They exist.
debated known people. I've gone on Jubilee in front of 30 million people
Oh,
and
yeah,
debated Charlie Kirk.
I mean, like on TikTok, because that's like
Well, who on TikTok
Maybe-
exists does this?
I have no idea. I don't.
Well, you mean
Not really
older
sure.
millennial? Older millennial. I've debated him. He's insane. He called for mentally disabled people to be thrown off of a mountain. Charlie Kirk won't debate me anymore. Ben Shapiro, I asked to debate him and they wouldn't respond.
Why don't you think they want to debate you?
He probably just didn't. They probably forgot that I asked them to debate. The Jubilee people, like, there's one person named Elazar that went on Jubilee. That was an insane lunatic that debated Sam Cedar. I debated him. He got dog walked.
Have you ever tried having like an interview with any like GOP politicians?
GOP politicians, no, I haven't, but I would do that because I would debate them. I would love to
It'd be
debate
pretty
them.
interesting to debate like Vivek or something.
Yeah, I would debate Vivek.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, if he wants to debate me on the reason why he supports Donald Trump over Kamala Harris or any Democrat, I would love to debate them. Because that's
Yeah.
like an unhinged view. It's like actually like this is an unhinged view. We should be able, like, I feel like as Americans, we should be able to unite against people like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up.
Bro.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna be honest, when I joined this, like I'm not actually a like Trump supporter.
Okay. Okay.